Hello everyone. Today we'll learn about ForkJoinPool in Java 7. So ForkJoinPool is part of java.util concurrent package. So it is a kind of it is a type of executor service that introduced in Java 7. Uh, Using ForkJoinPool, we can divide the bigger tags into smaller tags. Each of the smaller tags get executed, and the result of execution of the smaller tags join or combine together to construct the final result. Uh, Here, let's see this example. So if you have a bigger tax, and that tax is kind of like submitted to ForkJoinPool. So ForkJoinPool internally checks for the threshold. So if you have set a threshold for your tax execution, depending upon your threshold value, so it will create the subtax. It can be a single subtax or it can be a multiple subtax. And again, like each subtax is basically check again this threshold value to create this another level of subtax actually. So that is basically the simple like the fork process for the tax. Uh, each tax is kind of like converted into smaller tax. So each smaller tax is basically executed by a single thread, and then whatever result is generated as part of the smaller tax is combined together or joined together to construct the result, and each then again like all these results combined together or joined together to have the final result of the execution. So another important construct for ForkJoinPool is ForkJoinTask. So ForkJoinTask is basically the tax that is getting submitted to ForkJoinPool. So ForkJoinTask is present in Java util concurrent package, and it is abstract class. It has a couple of implementation, that is those are like RecursiveTask and RecursiveAction. RecursiveTask is again it is an abstract class which basically which is basically used to execute a tax and return the result. But in case of recursive action, your tax is getting executed, but it never return a result. So the purpose of the recursive tax and the recursive action is different. Whenever you need the result to be returned back to your main tax, then in that case you can go and use recursive tax. When in scenario like when you don't need the written value, then you can go for the recursive action. Again, recursive tax and the recursive action both are part of the Java util concurrent package, and these are, as I told, these are the effort class. So in order to implement your own recursive tax and action, you'll have to operate the compute method. And in compute method, you should have a logic to create the subtax depending upon your threshold value. Now let's see, we'll see a small example like it's given like area of integers, and we are iterate through the array of integers and add all the elements and return the result of addition using ForkJoinPool. We normally do it using for loop, but our requirement is like we are going to use ForkJoinPool. But with a condition like the threshold value is 5. Threshold value 5 means if the array size is 5, then you no need to create the subtax uh, because all the kind of like, so the array size is less than the threshold value, so it will be done in a single thread. Let's say if your array size is more than 5, let's say 10, then your main task is divided into 2 subtasks, and each subtask is basically executed by individual thread, and the result combined together. And so each of the thread execute uh, and return the result, and the result combined together to construct the final result. So I have created a simple Java program for that. You can see here, like this is my recursive tags. class, which is basically trends recursive task. And if you see my compute method, here I have used my threshold as 5, because if the tax size or length is greater than 5, then you need to create the subtask. So the subtask is like your first tax of size 5 and the rest of whatever the size will be second tax. And for each of the subtask, you need to create, you need to fork again, like you'll go and fork the subtask and see. And if your size is less than 5, then it will go and execute with the fork or without like creating subtask. So here you can see, like, once your subtask is getting executed recursively, then the result is combined together and returns final result. So this is very straightforward and simple. Like every time it will check for the threshold. If it's more than threshold, then your main task is divided into multiple subtasks, and each subtask result is basically combined together and construct the final result. In my main class, if you see, like I have input function where it's basically have a array of integers to size 10. Then I created ForkJoinPool object here. I basically ForkJoin tags that basically takes that input and create the tags. And then I created ForkJoinPool object and I submitted that tag to the ForkJoinPool, which internally executed and returned the result back. Then I shut down the code. So this is very straightforward and simple example. If I'll run this, then it will return the result by adding all the integer elements in the array, but it is done in a recursive fashion. Let me see and explain it actually. Let's say you have area of integer 10, then your threshold is 5. Then it basically divided into two tags. One tag is basically uh, uh, from 1 to 5, and second tag is like 6 to 10. So it will add the elements in the tags one, return the result 1. Then this is the result for the another subtask, and both the results combined together and construct the result. So if I'll debug and see, let's say, let me debug. Yeah, if I'll debug this, you can see, like, you can see you created the two subtasks. Like one subtask is like, you can see, from 1 to 5, another subtask is like 6 to 10. So then if you see, like, let me remove this debug point, so it will create the subtask again, it will go and fork it, and then all the results is getting joined. So if you see here, this is basically return the result. And if I can do one thing, so then let me, yeah, then what I can see, if I go here, so yeah, so yeah, I can see it returns the result 5. Yeah, so this this is being executed into the 5. Let me go in that way. Integer result 1 is this. Sorry. Integer result 2 is okay. Then result 1 converter to the final result. Okay, so I'm going to put the breakpoint here. Go and yeah, so and go. You have the test. Let me remove this because it's recursively call. So you can see it will return the result. That is the integer sum of the integer from 1 to 5 for the tax 1, and this is the result 2 is 40, the sum of the integer from 6 to 10, and it will return the final result. Okay. Yeah, you can say this is the final result is 55. Okay, so in that way, like you can have your own threshold setting and you can create this subtax. It's very straightforward and simple, and you can create your own person of tax and you can do it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.